afternoon or evening YouTube. It's Monday the 16th of July and time to take a little look at the charts and catch up. The last snapshot I did was on Friday. Been a bit of a busy weekend with the little man, so decided not to waste any time going over the charts and instead got frustrated with my son trying to teach him how to ride a bike and swim. But these are the things that we probably should be spending our time doing rather than on a computer talking about XRP all day long. So the snapshot we had on Friday, we were looking at price where it pushed down below this sort of zone and was testing the recent lows on the daily. When I dropped down to the 1 hour, obviously we could see that price had bounced, created this wick zone here around the sort of 43,200 level and rejecting it. Obviously I said price was respecting the 43 cents level and that it could test these lows. Looking at the EMAs, it, in my opinion, was looking like it was going to continue the bearish action down. Today, of course, we can see that we've had a bit of a strong day. I did see a news article earlier that came out confirming that American Express were using X-Current, so that may have given price a bit of a kick up the backside. But certainly we're now back up into the sort of that illustrious 47 cents zone. So I haven't really looked at the charts the last couple of days, and I think I'll do my next video towards the end of the week just to allow price to have a bit more of a chance to do its thing rather than go over the same sideways movement day after day. So what have we had? So on the 4 hour, we can see price has really had a breakout from this price zone. We've obviously closed a lot higher than these wicks over here. And as we can see on the 4 hour, we've now come back up into structure. So it looks bullish. I'm still feeling very bearish though, I've got to be honest, with what I've seen and just understanding how these waves work. So I'm just having a little look on the daily sort of where we're at. So from this high to this low, we could have a advanced pattern in and around the 48,500 level forming. Certainly if we went from the most recent swing here down to here, we've got a bit of a 618. But again, price is pushing up. So I think that looking at the momentum, that there's a good chance we'll retest these highs here at the sort of 48,500, 48,700 level, which at that point may coincide with the 200 EMA on the 4 hour. Let's just have a quick look down on the hour chart just to see. So, you know, on the hour chart, we've had a cross of the EMAs. We've broken above the 14. We've now broken above the 200 as well. So there's a chance, you know, price tried to pull back. Didn't really, had a bit of a pull pushing up. We've got this wick here. So I would want to see a close certainly above 47 cents before I would think price was going higher. I mean, again, looking at where price is coming into, it's this sort of area where price previously pushed up, it's previously pushed up, and then previously pushed up into this structure here. So this could be just a bit of a stronger pullback on the higher time frames just to give that liquidity. I mean, let's look at how last week's candle closed, because that was one of the things I was looking at, was how the week closed. And again, let's just adjust our zones. That's the other thing you need to do is, you know, price zones will change and things will adjust. So from a wick zone point of view, you could almost say now, let's just adjust this on the weekly, because the higher time frames give a stronger indication of where price may respect. So let's just adjust this on the weekly. So we've got the closes here on the top, price pushing up, so I'm not worried about that, but what I'm looking at is where the price is closed. And I just want to shift it up a little bit there. And, you know, price, we've got this wick, we tried to pierce. So again, we're still moving sideways. Again, we could see price range from sort of left to right. So obviously, I'm sure sentiment has changed, that, we're bulls are back in control, and I mean, overall, I would expect maybe a retest of this price zone first, but then depending on what price does at that point, we may see a further retest of the lows or possible break. I'm not able to say for sure if this is the bottom of the zone, if this is the reversal, if this is the true double bottom, we're going to see a break up, then retest the highs. But we will certainly see, I know this week especially, it will be interesting to see what happens with SBI and their users and what effect that might have on the market. So we'll leave it there. Like I said, I'll come back to this on Thursday or Friday, depending on what price is doing. I think I'll probably do it Thursday, just to give price 3 days just to do something. At least then we'll have a few more things to look over on what could happen. So, looking at the structure, I wouldn't be surprised if price pushed down, but looking at what's happening with the EMAs, there's a good chance we could retest the top of the zone and this 200 EMA. So on the higher time frames, I'd like to see a retest of the 200 EMA and a break before I would look for some more bullish momentum and maybe some more bullish targets around the sort of 54, 55 cents level. And as many of you may have seen over the weekend, lots of things were going on over Twitter with Coinbase not adding XRP, and there's a lot of things going on that, well, if you've done your research and you're happy with the utility, and as a lot of people were going on about, Coinbase won't be the be-all or end-all. It'll be a nice touch, but ultimately it's not going to make that much difference. And the one thing I noticed on the weekend were certain people or certain posters, the language they were using more than anything, nothing offensive, it was just it won't go lower. And these tweets were deleted afterwards. I wanted to sort of reference them really, because one person said that price has gotten to 40 cents and it won't go lower. That was basically the reply he had to another user. But if you're thinking in terms of price can't or it won't do things, you've got to be open to price doing whatever it's going to do, because there isn't a rule book that will specifically state that at a certain price level, price must respect it, price must do it. All we can do is look at the probable outcome of what price may do at a level and what the highest probability of it going either higher or lower would be, with some other confluence such as structure and indicators. But if too many people will get scared because of the price dipping, and if you haven't done your research or you're not used to having your money move up and down, then you shouldn't be looking at the charts every day, because you're just going to stress yourself out. But that said, things are looking up. We'll see what happens with SBI, and if there's this continuation with the momentum we're seeing again, looking at the EMAs possibly crossing. As you may see on my Twitter, I've got my Redbubble account pinned to the top here. So I've got some merch that I've been working on. So obviously we have this XRP, the standard blockchain design, lots of different shirts that you can have it on different colors, and obviously a sort of contrast version as well. I also uploaded yesterday this blockchain Ripple logo, multitude of tops that you can look at and buy, and then obviously the first and most straightforward take on the periodic table, the new element, XRP the standard at 589. So if you'd like the shirts, there's a link on my Twitter, there's a link in the description that you can click and you can pick yourself up one of these shirts. In the meantime, I'll be working on some other designs and some collaboration work as well. So we'll see how that goes down, but certainly be greatly appreciated if you did pick one up. I know when I get paid, I'll be able to get me hands on one of these as well. The joy that is on-demand printing. As always, I hope you found some value in this video. Just things that we can look at. Again, I'll leave it till Thursday just because not much has happened this summer with the price action. So I think 3 to 4 days apart won't be the end of the world. Give me a bit of a break to concentrate on some other work that I'm doing. But if you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. If you think other people may find something interesting or some value in the video, then please share it. The whole point of me doing this is just to point out some errors, and again, just there's so many people that aren't necessarily savvy with the charts, and as I've seen over the weekend with the language and the people's reactions to other people and what price might do, hopefully these videos can guide them to take a different viewpoint on why price is doing what it is. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy your week. I'm sure there'll be plenty of great content coming out from the people in the Discord channel, The Standard. So if you haven't already, you can join. I'm sure if you search The Standard, it will come up. And as you can see by the banner, all these great YouTubers, content providers, technical analysts on the charts are there. And it's just a great community where people are sharing their views, takes on things, and I think most of these people, if you're familiar with Ripple and XRP, a lot of these people you'll recognise, and the quality content that they come out with. For the time being, we'll leave it there. One quote that I will leave you with that I think we could all take heed with is: control your perceptions, direct your actions properly, and willingly accept what's outside of your control. So I'll catch up with you on Thursday or Friday. Take it steady.